chunk under wild skies. Metal screams, rubber burns. Here we go, tables turn. Headers to headphones, crash, collide, break the bones. Headers to headphones, the derby like the chaos throne.
Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas.
Long time no see. It has been a wild few months for both of us.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if last time we were on, Nate told you how his dad had some health issues, and now his wife's dad's having the kind of the same health
yep,
issues,
yep. He can't get better.
and I've been really busy with work and trying to get it done before winter, and if winter ever comes.
Yeah. Here we are. It's December 23rd, and I think today it was like 58, 60 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I was out wearing a t-shirt and working on derby cars.
Dude, I think it's kind of awesome because I mean, if we can get everything kind of rolling for the year, if the weather kind of stays like this, like a mild winter, people are be able to get some stuff done.
Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, usually I kind of hibernate. The last couple of years, I've hibernated in the winter
yeah,
inside the shop and was trying to get stuff done. But we'll see. I mean,
I feel bad because I've wasted like 2 good weeks of weather waiting for the snow to drop. Then I'm like, today I'm like, I'm gonna get my ass out there and work on it.
yeah, it's been crazy, and I love my snowmobiling, and um, but
Yeah, I mean, one positive for no snow on the mountains is no searches.
we've been busy. I've been really busy trying to get the rules done as well.
Yeah, with those.
We're close. The problem is
I just had to ask you
that
because you know people are gonna ask.
the people just don't understand is how hard it is to get 4, 5, 6 people together at once.
Oh, 100%.
We've actually got the point where I'm meeting with this one person, and the next night I'm meeting with this one person, then I go this person, but then I got to go back to everyone and talk about everything that we've changed or talked about or discussed, and
It's a process.
we're close. Like, so I feel pretty comfortable going home tonight and honestly hitting like
Send.
print, send, whatever you want to call it, but
I just gotta clarify.
I've got 2 people I haven't heard back from. One of them told me they weren't going to be back from vacation till after Christmas.
Oh shit.
And so we are super, super close, guys.
There is one positive to all of this. Vegas has kind of kept you guys under the radar. So
Yeah. Um, we're close. I gotta get with Ryan, but I'm actually kind of hoping to get with Ryan and kind of do like a live, like honestly on New Year's Day.
that would be cool.
And kick off like our rules, our show. I mean, even Ryan and I have been trying to meet up, and
It's been a weird year.
Ryan, when I've got time, Ryan's at a rodeo. When Ryan's got time, I'm working.
Yep.
And it's been really hard. And so um I'm I've really close to being caught up with everything. I'm gonna have a lot more free time starting after Christmas. Unless more work comes. But I pretty much wrapped up my biggest projects I've ever had, and we had an emergency water line break job this week, and so I was there till 2:30 in the morning, 4 days in a row. And anyways, we got her done, guys. So Nate and I, we want to get consistent again after New Year's.
Yes.
So between Christmas and New Year's, we're not planning on coming in. We might, but right now we're not planning on. But starting the first week of the year, we feel like there is a lot to talk about. Heber should be announcing really quick. I feel like
we still haven't even heard what the plan is for UTC yet.
we should be hearing from them really quick.
To me, that's a big ball to drop.
Yeah, and I feel like when that news gets dropped, that's gonna dictate a lot of people's derby seasons.
100%. I myself, I'm waiting to see what it is. That way,
Yeah.
I can determine what I'm doing for the year because I love UTC.
Juab usually drops in January. Stern Dirt's going to be unloading the rest of their season here in January. I mean, so January, February should be pretty action packed. I'm actually going to Florida in February and driving in the Iron City Nationals Derby.
All righty.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
Gonna miss the Broncos in the Super Bowl?
Well, I doubt they're gonna make it, but if so, I'll still be able to watch them. I'll just be watching them from a rooftop bar in Florida somewhere.
Hey, last time they won the Super Bowl, you were hanging out at my house, so
So, anyways, we got a lot to talk about. So for tonight, we thought that it would be appropriate because we don't even remember where we really left off, but since we've talked to you guys last, the big hype, the big news is
they
Las Vegas.
yeah, that fine it dropped like 2 days after we released our episode.
Well, if you, on the last one, I remember us going like, "Oh yeah, like
Will it?
there's
Won't it?
big news gonna happen hopefully pretty soon." Which we heard rumblings about it, but it's not our news to drop, and
No,
obviously we didn't 100% know what was
no.
going on.
And obviously, we'd love to get Johnny or Gumby or both,
Yeah,
as long as their faces aren't zoomed in.
and to be honest with you, we still don't know what's going on.
Nope, nope.
So, we're going to talk about what we do know. We're going to talk about some of the ups, the downs, some of the positives, the negatives that are surrounding the show, and we'll go from that. So, first off, I am super excited that they are going to put a derby back on in Vegas.
I'm telling you, the I went to the very first one, and there was not an atmosphere that could top it to any derby I've ever been to. Vegas has been the peak, and I really hope that's not a letdown when I go this time.
Now, Vegas 2, the track was shit.
Yep.
And that was the black eye of Vegas 2.
Yep.
There was people from the East Coast to the West Coast that were pissed off about the track. It changed the show. It changed the outcome. They changed the format.
Well, I mean, it's very easy. The track determines everything, especially the first couple heats.
Yes, they had some teching issues out that last one. I think that they're doing it differently this time. But you look at the track, and do you remember in 2011, two-man team show Main Mania?
You know, you're gonna say that.
We pull on the track, and my car won't even go.
I
Literally,
got stuck. So here's the breakdown. There were three Heber teams, and this is when Utah and California's rivalry was at its boiling point. There were three Utah teams, my team, his team, and TJ and Ryan Sweat. And we were in there with one California team. And that California team made it out because most of us got stuck.
well, so that whole week it rained.
Yeah.
It rained, it rained, it rained, it rained. So it wasn't necessarily like lack of preparation. It was Mother Nature gave us the big
And
finger.
if I remember right, maybe this is just my mind, but wasn't there like horse herpes or some shit going on to where Golden Spike wouldn't let them move the dirt?
I don't even remember.
It was something crazy to where the people that own the arena pretty much told Stern Dirt, do not mix the dirt in.
Well,
Some shit like
either
that.
way, we pull in the gate, and I remember like whoever was in front of me. I don't remember if it was Zach or Spencer.
I think it was Zach.
But I had to push them to even kind of get them going. Then I buried myself.
Yeah.
And anyways, the track can make or break a derby.
100%.
I mean, I think
That changed. I think the team that was in our heat ended up winning that whole derby,
yeah.
if I remember right.
So I think that I think that's one of the big things I think that people are going to be looking at for this Vegas show. I would tell you if you're a driver and you're not familiar with that track, I know that back east it's really popular to run little tires, but I would
Go
not.
watch some of the old videos from Vegas too, and kind of see what you're dealing with. It's a lot of sand, right?
It's very sandy. It is like Utah dirt is clay mixed with sand.
And this is
Vegas
straight
is like sand mixed with a little bit of dirt, but not like clay. It
Yeah.
doesn't really pack. But whatever the first year the track was way better.
Yeah, and I don't understand that.
So I don't understand it either. And I actually didn't go to the second one because it was right before my kid was born.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And so I ended up not going to Vegas too. So like I didn't get to see the track personally, and I don't really know how they prepped it. But that track fell apart. It kind of not saying it ruined the show, but it put a huge black eye on the show.
Does remind me, because I don't remember, does Stern Dirt prep their own track in Vegas, or do they have to hire it out?
So on Vegas 2, the team show one, they prepped their own, like I think they had someone prep the track, okay?
Yeah.
But Stern Dirt took their own guys in and tried to fix the track, and they mixed the bottom with like the top and tried to harden it up. It ended up costing them like $40,000. They got
Oh,
fined
wow.
by the arena. So I know for this Derby, Derby 3, going back to Vegas for 2026, from what I'm being told, is the union workers have to prep the track.
So remember that when you guys get down there, if it's not perfect, it's not anything Stern Dirt can.
They also
Yeah.
cannot put any chemicals or binders in it whatsoever. So, like bringing in a Christoflorian or someone along those lines to come in and try to fix that track, it's not an option. They cannot mix the dirt.
So
Um,
understand that. Like that's the biggest thing you need to understand is
yeah.
don't go down there expecting the track to be 100% perfect because you have people that
And if I can give any advice to anybody that's going to be driving that show, do not show up with 23-inch tires.
no, 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 no.
Like, just don't do it. Um, you can bring them with you, but I 100% would plan on leaving them in the back of your pickup because
Yep.
I just don't. I don't think. I mean,
Unless you want to be down to your
rear end in no time.
yeah.
So, besides the track and whatnot, like the the location of that derby is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a weird facility. The facility itself is not that nice, to be honest with
No,
you.
it's an older facility.
But like the arena is kind of ghetto. Like they bring in the bleachers or whatnot, but
It's a prime
the
location.
location of
Oh
it.
yeah.
So basically, over here, guys, is the Derby. The hotel is like right here, and then if you walk right out like the front door of the hotel, you literally
You're
right out the
on
front door.
Fremont.
If you look out the front doors, it is literally you're looking straight down Fremont Street.
And there is not a funner
Like,
as an adult, it's probably one of the funnest
yes.
places you can be in Vegas.
So if you've never been to Vegas, you've got Las Vegas.
You have the
You got the strip, which is about 4 miles long of just these giant, beautiful, modern
Landfill.
day Trump Nation,
Yep.
freaking Caesar's Palace, the Bellagio,
Paris.
MGM's, like all these crazy, huge hotels and casinos. And I'm talking, you go into a hotel, you'll walk 2 miles before you
Oh,
get out of it.
100%.
There's 50 restaurants in there,
You get you get lost pretty fast in
Yeah.
there.
But Fremont Street is the old part of Vegas, and it is about a mile away from the modern day strip. And Fremont Street was like all old and ran down. And about 25 years ago,
They went
they
through and
they went through and redid it. And so basically they redid all the walkways down the middle of it. Over the top of it's this big dome, which is just a giant TV screen for 2 blocks long.
and they're usually playing videos and music and
Yes, they have a zip line that goes right down and above. Then all the way down Fremont Street is all these little old, like smaller casinos. There are like little drink shops, like Waffle
restaurants.
bars. You can get freaking prime rib dinners for $9.99.
There's always performers on stage singing, doing acts,
Yeah.
doing shows. Like
Yeah, so right there, right in the middle, they got this big stage, and they've always got like performers coming on and singing.
and from what I understand, that's the biggest reason Stern Dirt wants it there is because not only are you getting the Derby facility, but you walk out their front door
Yeah.
and there's
Okay.
entertainment galore.
Let's not forget, all the way down Fremont Streets, there's 3x3 circles.
Yep.
And I don't know how it works, but they have to reserve them.
Yep.
So you got the weirdest, these little street actors,
Yep.
street performers, I guess what they call them. They rent these circles and they are allotted on there for 30 minutes at a time or an hour or whatever
Oh,
it is. And that's their circle. And they're there and they perform. There's dancing, street dancing, there's rapping, there's
You remember the first time we went? The dude standing there, he'd let you kick him in the balls for like $10.
yeah, Jared Larson did it. I think he like broke his foot doing it. Over his ankle or something like that.
Jared Larson,
Jared
like
Larson.
Larson trannies?
Yes. He kicked the dude in the balls and like broke his ankle or some shit.
Shit.
So the guy must have been wearing a cup or something.
Jared, we need to hear that story.
But they got people that dress up like Transformers, Spider-Man for like the kids or whatever. There's a guy, that big, huge guy, makes Nate look small walking around in a diaper.
But understand, these things are not free.
Yeah, you gotta tip them to get a picture or whatever.
And it's not, if there's two people, you have to tip both people.
Yeah, they got the showgirls out there basically wearing bikinis, trying everywhere they go, trying to take pictures with all the guys. And You know, like
They're
the
gonna make
Chippendales for the ladies. We
they're
can't leave
gonna
the ladies out.
they're gonna make
Chippendales.
bank on the
Oh,
Vegas show.
I all I know is like when I heard that this show was gonna happen again, like I and that time of the year, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I can't even like these guys don't even understand when all these derby drivers show up and hit Fremont
Oh,
Street.
dude.
Like if you want good shit for TikTok and YouTube, you better have your freaking camera
Snapchat.
out around. Oh,
Last time Snapchat was prime, I remember Lochner and those guys going down to the Vegas Strip, yelling, "Show me that butthole" to any woman that they seen, and it, oh my hell.
I haven't had Snapchat in 8 years, but I might have to get it just for
Oh,
that
dude,
1 week. But
it's gonna be wild.
it's gonna be crazy. So the reason why Stern Dirt's been trying to put it back on at that location is because of the experience.
Yes.
You can't beat that experience.
No.
The way they've got the show set up, it's gonna end at like 9 o'clock at night. You know, honestly, Vegas doesn't even turn it up till 10 o'clock at
No.
night. Like 10 o'clock's like when people, get out of the shower and
Yep.
get ready. But uh, they're going to be able to walk right out on Fremont Street, and people are going to be able to party all they want, and you can literally walk right back to the hotel.
Yep.
Obviously, I think that
I just hope there's a couple dispensaries right around there.
there's a few, but if you are not driving during the day, is probably a great time to head down to the Strip.
Yeah.
Check out the Strip. The Strip's pretty awesome. Like every hotel and casino has something different about it.
Yeah.
They have,
New York has like the Hershey store. You've got
and the roller coaster.
you got the Coca-Cola store, which they have like different soda flavors from all around the world that some of them are nasty as shit.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of fun stuff to do.
Yeah, there's malls, there's a bunch of shows, there's different shows at every casino every night. One of the cool things that's new down there that a lot of people have never seen is the Sphere.
Dude, do you remember flying over Vegas on the way to California for the cruise?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that bitch from the airplane.
Yeah, the Sphere is really cool. I've been to the show inside of it. It's pretty phenomenal that
It's a
how
cool
high
experience,
tech
yeah.
that thing is and the cool different displays. I was down there during the NCAA tournament once, and they had it lit up like a basketball.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty cool.
I was just there a couple of weeks ago, and the way they had it set up for Christmas. I've seen them put like fireplaces on it with like the flame. It's just way cool,
The
guys.
eyeball creeps me out.
But I really think that a lot of people should hit that one up for
Yeah.
sure. There's a lot of cool places down
That
there.
was the big Ferris wheel. That was pretty cool, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
That's too tall for
it's
me.
actually kind of cool, but it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called either, anyways, I think that's gonna be really fun for the people. Let's kind of go back to Derby talk here.
So first thing that was announced was 8-man team show. 8-team
Four-man
4-man
team show.
/ 5-man.
Yeah.
They brought a new wrinkle to the 4-man team, which I like.
So I do like it. I don't love it, but I will tell you with this rule package, they have to have it.
Oh, 100%.
Because I don't understand how they're gonna make that rule package go 3 days long. Because
No.
if you think about it, even with 5 cars, there's still gonna be 2 teammates that have to run all 3 days.
100%. And you look at some of these teams that were picked to run, and I've looked at the list, and I think there's 4 teams that are nothing but hammers, and there's 4 teams that can drive the wheels off of anything.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. I I'm quite curious, guys, because I think that adding that 5th car, I do think it's a really good idea for that rule package. I don't, I just, I am having a hard time seeing those cars go 3 heats.
It's going to be a chore for those poor pit crew guys.
Yeah, and I mean, it should be good. I mean, let's talk about that for a second. Supposedly, there was like 150 teams entered. I personally think that number skewed because I think that like
A lot of doubles.
I think that like it could be like take me for instance. I could be on 4 different teams or something. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I could have entered 3 different teams or whatever. But I do believe they had 50 to 100. I
Oh,
really do.
100%.
And I will tell you that, I personally put in for a team, and I had a team that probably nobody would have ever guessed. Um, and we obviously didn't get a spot,
Yeah.
which obviously I'm bummed just like anybody else,
Yep.
but I'm obviously not mad because I understand what they're doing here. They are trying to capitalize the whole entire nation,
Yeah.
and they went through and picked a team from every
Region.
basically region is how they broke it out. So really, we only got one team from like Utah.
Yeah.
And um I have an opinion on why the team that from Utah got chose, but I definitely am not taking anything away
No,
from the
100%.
drivers on that team.
No, they're a
Um,
for real team.
Clay is more deserving than anybody.
He's probably
He,
top 2, 3 drivers in Utah.
yeah, so like, and he's the captain. So to say that Clay doesn't deserve it, you guys are freaking nuts.
You got Case. Case can
Case,
literally drive the wheels off of anything.
Case has got, yeah, he's a good driver. He's got good parts. They've got
Mikowski.
Randy Mikowski. Everyone
Hey.
knows Randy.
Yep.
Everyone knows Randy's a driver.
Yeah.
I don't know where he falls, but Randy's a top driver in the nation.
Randy could drive a Pinto in a full weld class and still win.
Yeah, he's a wheel man for sure. He knows how to stay out of trouble. They've got Zach,
Schwer.
no,
No, Schwer. No,
no,
Schwer. Oh, I thought Schwer was on
Zach
that.
Dompierre,
Yeah, which,
and Zach drives hard.
oh,
A
yeah.
lot, I don't know if a lot of you guys know who Zach is. Zach's from Washington. Zach drives hard.
Last year in Camas was like the first time I've watched him in a long time, and I forgot just how hard that guy drives.
Yeah, he drives very hard. Zach doesn't like me.
Well, I mean that he can join the line. They've got T-shirts, I'm sure.
But Zach has a really good reason not to like me, I guess. And then we have and then Robbie Layton's on there, so they're Team Robbie Layton Nation.
Yep.
Robbie's been out of the game for a minute, but everyone knows
People keep calling him retired, but he's still driving.
he drives a little bit, but not
Not
really.
like he used to.
He just can't focus on it like he can. But Robbie's got a 383 coiler that runs like crazy. My guess is that Zach or Case is probably going to end up building Robbie's car, so it's going to be built correct. The question I have is, can Robbie make that car last 3 days? Because if I had to place money, the answer is no.
I watched him drive a car that was tempered in fire and still couldn't make that thing last because of how hard that guy drives.
Like Randy and Clay are probably the two guys that make their cars last 3 days long. Now, what happens if that team draws like an EPR?
Yeah,
Now,
it's
because how does that play out? Does EPR drive so hard they junk their own cars? Does Clay and Randy and the boys, do they outwill them? Or does EPR go and just hit them so damn hard and get them so flustered that, like, if Randy and Clay and them guys aren't used to just getting freaking full track? I mean,
these guys are going to full track you. There's not a doubt in my brain that Schnar or Adam or Craig, those guys will, and even Mike, even
Bando too?
yeah,
Like,
like that whole team is hammers. Like,
so I'm just curious, like, there's going to be a lot of exciting matchups.
yeah, oh, yeah.
I think that it's kind of reminded me of like Heber last year. I told a lot of people I'm more excited for heat draws than I am to even show, and that's it. You can usually, so I literally for Heber, when I seen heat draws, I said one of two teams are going to win.
Yeah, and one of them won.
One of them won, the other one ended up third.
Yeah.
Okay, now when I went to Gold Rush, seen the heat draws, I literally called the winning team because the bracket fell in their favor.
Yeah, 100%.
And that doesn't always work
No.
because like the first year at Gold Rush, I don't think besides their family, I don't know if anybody's putting money on RPM Redemption to even make the finals, much less go in and beat out Iron City.
Oh, 100%. I told you
Now,
long ago on the podcast, I bet Justin $50 that RPM would win. And I didn't know anything.
I didn't want to toot my own horn, but I told Casey and those guys the RPM was going to win because I watched them every round. I seen how they were driving. I seen their cars. But Iron City could have easily won
Oh,
that too. Like they
100%.
weren't out of it. Like
No.
it's just luck didn't fall their way in that
Yep.
particular heat. But going to the Vegas team show, heat draws are gonna be crazy because you've got teams from East Coast to West Coast. You've got drivers down to New Mexico, clear to South Dakota, North Dakota. I mean,
Let me ask you this. What's more important? The way the track's prepped or heat draws for the winner of this show?
both.
Both.
Because on a track prep, if it's a hard packed track, that's when like a team EPR has a better chance of winning. On a soft track, that's when a Randy Mikowski,
Okay.
Jonathan Muse has
Oh,
a
yeah.
better chance of winning. A
But,
Shea Bob.
dude, I'm here to tell you, like, my dream heat to watch, just from like a strategical standpoint, would be to watch Clay and Mikowski and Case and Robbie and those guys go against Team Derby builds, which is Mavis and all those guys, right?
It ain't.
Is it Team Derby builds now?
Um,
Or I feel like
I
that's what they are
forget
now.
their name, but I just guys, that team show's got ridiculous talent.
Well, yeah.
For anybody for anybody to sit back and say that none of those guys are deserving, you guys are lying to yourselves. You're not being honest. Like
Well,
I
you,
told you, I put in for a team. I'm brokenhearted just like anyone else. I personally think my team was better than two or three teams on there, but I'm not going to sit here and say that my team's better than the team that got chose from my
no.
geographical area. But there's a lot of names on there that I maybe just not be very familiar with.
Yeah, there's a couple.
And
That's to be expected when you look back east and see how many drivers there really are.
but even then, like even like the California team that got picked, I know those guys, but I don't really know all
No.
their driving style. I haven't seen their builds. But that's what's crazy, guys, is we got guys from West Coast to East Coast. We're building the same rules now too.
Yep.
And I could tell you that the East Coast guys want harder cars. Some of the West Coast guys are like, yeah, this is perfect, but I'm just curious to see how it actually
Yeah.
plays out in the end because I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I think they did a very good job of picking who they picked.
I know that Stern Dirt didn't really even want the team show. I think that the pay-per-view is kind of what drug that in, but I think that I think the team show is a very important part of that show. I think it's going to be a really big part of the
Yeah.
success for a Vegas moving forward
Yep.
because like singles are all cool and stuff, and yeah, everyone like, well, who's gonna win? Well, you can pull a driver's list of 100 guys and be like, okay, well, one of these 10 guys is gonna
Yep.
probably win. But on a team
You
show,
never know.
it changes it, and it's something people want to follow that storyline.
Yep.
Um,
They want to root for the underdog.
yeah, and right now, when you go to Blizzard Bash, you got 16 teams running. Honestly, like 12 of those teams come back every single year.
Yep.
Gold Rush, they've had anywhere from 12 to 16 teams running consistently. Eight of those guys are coming back every single year.
Yep.
Heber, like it right now, like we're gonna have kind of the same look as last year. This is different.
Yep.
You're getting that's why they put 8 teams clear across the country. You're getting a whole different genre of drivers. It drive styles, build style. It's gonna be fantastic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm interested to watch it because I think it's gonna be exactly what it is pay-per-view TV.
Yeah. Now let's kind of move on to the singles. I know there's a lot of people pissed off about the singles too.
Yeah.
And this one, I definitely am gonna side with drivers on this one. On the team show one, I'm not gonna side with drivers on the team show one. Like those
I'll
guys
play
are
devil's advocate for.
the singles guys. I can see why there's a lot of pissed off guys that didn't get spots in there because, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody on that list because I know 60-70% of that list and everyone that I do know,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to say they don't deserve to be on that list.
No, there's
There's 30-40% of the list I don't know.
yeah.
I can't give my opinion anyway, but I do know there's a lot of guys that were left off that list
There were quite a few that really shocked me.
that I'm just scratching my head going, how? Why?
I mean, I might open a can of worms, but I think the biggest one to me, like from the Utah region, was Tripler and Twitchell, and the fact that, I mean, they're two of Utah's best drivers, in my opinion.
Well, you could add more names to that. You
100%.
could throw on even a TJ.
See,
And here's the deal. I honestly don't know for a fact. I have not talked to any of these guys.
and we don't know who's signed up.
So yeah, I don't even know if they put their names on, but like when I just think about it, I think to myself like there's some fantastic Utah drivers that were left off that list.
100%.
There's also some drivers that maybe aren't the top, but very deserving because of how much they drive or how much they support Stern Dirt that were left off that.
100%. Jeremy Shields, like there's a handful of them, and even not necessarily like, if you listen to Johnny and Gumby talk, they don't want to make it just a Stern Dirt show.
I when my first initial reaction when I seen the list and like I kind of like went right to Utah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know that I got like a spot yet. I woke up. I mean I was up really late that night and I forget why, but I slept in and I woke up and I picked up my phone and it was a screenshot like of my name on the list and I was like, huh. So like anyways, I went on and like went like to the list, started looking at the Utah names and I was just kind of like, that's a unique list.
So when I same thing, I went straight to Utah, scrolled the list, seen your name, got a couple people down, seen Preston's name, and went, hell yeah.
So, and I'm not bashing on Preston, don't take it that way, but I'm just saying, when I see like a Preston's name on there, it truly makes me think that Stern Dirt was trying to mix it up.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring a variety because Preston isn't the guy that runs 10 shows a year.
No.
Preston's not the guy that throws, thousands of dollars down the window. But if you guys don't know Preston, the dude, he drives hard.
I've been a recipient of a couple of his hits, and he don't let off.
He's got an engine that rips, and I think that Stern Dirt is looking at some of that too.
Yeah.
They're looking for entertainment value on the track. They don't necessarily want the guys that are just going to come in and bag for the win. They want the guys that are going to be heavy footed. They want the guys that maybe aren't the most popular guys.
They want the guys that are gonna put the pay-per-view on and bring in the action.
But when I looked at the Utah list, I'm flat out. I was like, I was surprised.
I think the one that shocked me the most was Wilkinson. Not that Shane isn't deserving or a damn good driver. I just haven't seen him drive in a long time.
Yeah, but once again, they're bringing back some of the old school blood too. And Shane is drove from wild to miles when it comes to building
100%.
rules, and Shane's a hard driver and he's very good driver too. But
he's fun to watch.
There's a lot of people that probably don't even know who Shane is that's listening.
Go watch King's Crash.
But Shane in his prime, man, holy shit.
He was right there with Clay. And Clay would go and mop up shows left and right.
He's rowdy. He knows how to party. But it's an interesting list, guys. And I did get a spot and I kind of feel guilty a little bit, to be honest with you. I do, because I look at some people out there going like, this person is very deserving of a spot. And I feel like, I deserve a spot as well, but I feel like, honestly, I wish everybody could go that wanted to go, because
I think the biggest uproar right now with drivers list is it's not even who got in, it's the gender that got in, and not one female was picked.
Well, and I'm going to give my opinion on that, and it might be a very unbiased opinion, but because it kind of contradicts what I just said a little bit. But when you get a list, and let's say, I don't want to use Utah as an example. Let's use another state, California.
Okay.
Let's say California, they get 40 drivers from California that entered. And it's probably not that, honestly. It's probably like 25 drivers because
given
they have 700 names apparently across 50 states. So let's say that they got 25 drivers from California. How many of that 20 or 25 were girls?
Probably not a lot.
I'd
probably say
3?
Yeah. Give or take.
Now, let me hurry and pull up this list real quick, just so that it makes sense. I don't know if I could, right here. So California got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's actually quite a bit.
Yeah, that really is.
Nine spots is actually quite a bit. I feel like California got 9 spots. Obviously, the state is huge.
Yes.
It is really close to Vegas, so they know that the people more are likely going to show up.
Yep.
There's a good talent pool out in California. But if I've got a list of 20, 25 drivers and I'm taking 9 here, and there's 3 girls, like in my eyes, like the 3 girls probably aren't my best drivers.
No.
And I'm not taking anything away from girls.
But
Like
there are some drivers from other states that have a pretty big following.
you look at the girls that went out to Gold Rush and won the championship in second place.
100%. That's one of the teams girls I were
You
I was gonna bring up.
you would feel like one of them would have got a spot.
100%.
Just for the simple fact to prove that girls can't drive. Now, I'm like I said, that let's go to like Kentucky. Kentucky has one driver.
Yeah.
Minnesota has 2 drivers. Missouri has 3.
But isn't Minnesota where Brooke's from? Is that where Brooke and Eric are from?
No, they're from Montana.
I was close. Started with an A.
Montana only got 3 drivers in. So that's what I'm trying to say. They're choosing 3 drivers out of the whole state.
I get that.
I'm not saying that the girls aren't deserving at all.
No.
That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't think that it was intentional.
No, I don't. I definitely don't think they looked at it and went, nope.
But I also know that there's a girl that somehow got added. So I think somebody dropped out, and there's already a girl that's been added. I do know that.
I mean,
And
I think you have to look at Team Hell Yeah, brother.
I think that now that it's been brought to their attention, I mean, this is just off speculation. I feel like they're going like, holy shit, that was an oversight.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you see at least 3 girls invited to fill in, like when people drop out to fill in. And also, all those girls are still entered into the jackpot.
100%. I think Brooke, I think Tika from Colorado, and I think I can't remember where she's from, but those girls all have big followings. And if you're really trying to sell pay-per-views, you're going to want those girls a part of it.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not sticking up for Stern Dirt. I'm just saying that if I had to look at this list and they've only got 2 from Arizona,
Let me ask you this.
2, 3 from Iowa.
Brad, you're a promoter. You have, they said 700. How do you pick how many drivers did they pick? 80 or 100?
Well, there's 80 that plus the jackpot was another 15, the first jackpot.
Do you know how hard it would be to go from that quantity to that quantity? Like, you're gonna leave people off, and you're not gonna do it intentionally. You're not gonna have any ill will towards the people you don't include. It's just, how in the hell do you pick the perfect list? Like, Stern Dirt was in a lose-lose situation. Like, no matter what they did, if they did it the correct way in your eyes and the correct way in Brad's eyes, like, somebody was still going to be pissed off.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have answers for you.
No,
like I know that Utah was a bad example because we got the most in. People got to understand Stern Dirt is from Utah. They've also got to understand we're the neighboring state.
Yeah.
Like the furthest I think anybody in Utah has to drive, I would say is probably 7 hours, which is going to be Coulter Wilkers.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's 6 hours. That kind of stuff I feel like might have played a little bit into it as
well. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to bring. I mean,
you're not going to invite 10 guys from New York.
Yeah, because the chances of them actually making it are fairly slim. Because there's only a handful of people that can afford to drive across the country with derby cars loaded to the brim. Stay a week in Vegas.
So Wyoming got 7. My guess is because they're right here
close,
too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these guys are only like 2 hours further than what we are.
Yeah.
That's why I think some of these states got more than others. I think a little bit too is geographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at the list, I mean, Idaho, they only got 3, which is a little surprising to me, honestly. But when you only got so many spots, you can only do. But yeah. I know it would be really hard to choose this list.
Oh, 100%.
I know. I think Stern Dirt's plan is that if they do another one, that like 90% of that list goes away and 90% new drivers
Yeah.
come in.
Talking to Johnny, like just a little bit I have about Vegas, I think they want to continue promoting new blood, even listening to their lives. Like just because you didn't get in this time, when Vegas 4 comes around, like you're gonna stand a pretty good chance if you didn't get in the year before.
Yeah. You kind of brought up another good point just a minute ago that like I don't think anybody realizes really how expensive this derby
No.
is. Um, I put in for the team show, and that was kind of where like I wanted to go. I didn't put in for the singles originally. My name came off the team show, got moved to the singles like after the team heats were drawn. But like it wasn't until that moment that I kind of sat there and started adding up the money that's going to take
Oh,
to
yeah.
to build a
And
car.
that's not your entry fee, that's not the
Yeah.
ticket price, that's
Um, my biggest fear for Vegas right now, I feel like we're back in the honeymoon phase. We haven't had the show in 5 years. It's new and it's exciting. My biggest fear is the regular people aren't going to be able to afford this derby.
no, and maybe that's why they picked the list they did too, is they knew that a lot of the people on that list could commit and could make it happen.
I just look even as a derby fan, a family of four is $3,000 to go watch that derby
Yep.
because you are just shy of $300 of tickets with all the if you pay their fees and everything.
Yep.
So a family of four, you're somewhere between $1,100 and $1,200 for tickets.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's
Which I've already decided if I go, it's me and Sydney. I ain't taking the kids.
yeah. Then your hotel room for the week, which I looked at the hotel pricing and I'm not 100% sure if that was just for the drivers or if that's for everybody.
I think it's for everybody because they
That's
have
what
it listed on their
That's
website
what I
now.
thought. But if you do the math on that, you're going to end up somewhere between like 585 and like 800, depending on how many nights you stay.
Yeah.
So now that puts you about 2 grand. And then to be in Vegas for 4 or 5 days,
Food, drinks,
guys,
like it
it's
adds up.
$20 for a drink. It's $30 for a burger. Like where the Derby's at, where the strip is at. If you go like off Vegas, it's just like going wherever you live.
For all you big fellas that weigh over 350, there is a place you can eat for free. Heart Attack Grill. You go stand on their scale, you get free food.
Heart Attack Grill and Cafe. But
Hopefully
if you
I'm
don't
not
eat it,
that-
you get spanked, don't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is the bad thing. There's some old boys to get their ass whooped in that place.
But that is my biggest fear for Vegas.
I get that.
Because like I'm going and I'm trying to debate, do I take my kids or not?
Yeah.
Because my kids aren't going to enjoy Vegas like me and my wife are. My
probably-
wife is going to get stuck with them all day while I'm working on a car or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's cost me that much extra money to take them. So like
Yeah.
I'm really back and forth if my kids are even going to get to go.
The way I look at it is I'll buy them the pay-per-view. They can sit their ass on the couch, and me and my wife can go hang out like adults.
Yeah. So we'll see, but what happens there. But I definitely understand how expensive it is. And I definitely some of these guys they're getting mad that they didn't get invited. Like I want you to sit back and think about how much it really was going to cost and is it worth it to you? And if it is,
100%.
get in on the next one. When I got my name chose to go on, I really thought about it and I thought to myself, do I really want to go do this? Because I started doing the math.
Well, you and I had conversations about it. You're like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're wasting a $2,000 to $3,000 car. I mean, hell, some people are going to be wasting $5,000 cars, and then you put motors and trannies in them, you build them, tires,
You repair them.
all that, and then the gas money and everything. It all adds up. But for me, I was like, I'm going to build a car for Utah. The car's going to cost the same.
Yep.
Everything's going to cost the same except for the Vegas, the hope, the entry
Vegas
fee
charge.
Yes, and so to me, I was like, I'm gonna go do it. I'm hoping I have a great experience.
Well, it's one of
And
those things you want to try at least once.
I could probably go win the show and be like, all right, I'm not going back. I'll just sit tight in Utah.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. I'll be really curious when the show's over how all the drivers that did
Yeah.
drive feel.
Yep.
Ooh, all right, I'm tired, guys. But I I look at that list that they did put out, and even on that list, like I said, there's some very deserving drivers that got left off, and I don't
Yeah.
know why they got left off, and I don't know why some of these guys got on, but the guys that are all on the list, I feel like they all deserve a chance at this. I think it's exciting for some of these guys, like Jesse McGuire,
Yeah.
that is Jesse's been around the Derby world for 15 to 20 years that I know of.
And
And it's pretty cool to get him to go be on this big stage. I mean, Jesse's came and helped us at Gold Rush work on our cars. I believe Jesse's been to he's went out and watched Blizzard Bash. He's got to go check that stuff out.
yep.
It's pretty cool now that he gets the experience to be on the big stage, 6 hours from his
Well,
house.
another one too, I look at and I'm like, damn, that'll be good experience for him as DJ Cameron. Same thing.
DJ Cameron, I think it's way cool for DJ in a lot of ways. Like I don't know, a lot of you guys know DJ's dad passed away last year. DJ's dad is the reason DJ's in Demolition Derby,
Yep.
and I think that it's a really cool thing for DJ to be able to go drive on the big stage. Like kind of I honor his dad a little bit, but
Yep.
like DJ is drove at Gold Rush,
And he did a hell of a
and
job there.
oh my God, dude, like DJ exceeded my expectations times 100 of Gold Rush.
Yep.
He came into Heber last year. He had steering problems, but other than that, he did fantastic.
His cars are always stupid hard too.
He DJ's came a long ways just in 3 years, though.
Yeah.
Like in 3 years, like he has brought it up. He is
Yep.
very deserving. Like,
100%.
and I know some people might not think that or might not know him, but man, this kid has put in the work over the last few years, guys. He's earned it.
One of the other drivers that is notable that was left off in our region, not necessarily Utah's Rowdy Burns.
Yeah, and
I don't know if he put in for singles or
now I think the reason why Rowdy didn't get on, this is just my opinion, but if I'm not mistaken, his dad got on
his,
Dave Burns.
yeah, his dad did.
And I think that they're honestly like trying to split it up to
I
where
get that because I think only one Steinbeck got in as well.
I think they're trying to split it up to where only like one person from a group per se, maybe that's why TJ didn't get in. So maybe like I'm the
Maybe
guy
he got
from
picked
Heber.
over,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm just stating it, but there's lots of guys that got off that
Oh yeah.
are very deserving, and
I know there's people back east that we don't know of that probably should have got a spot.
and I made a joke, guys. I'm like, I think right now, the day that list came out, I think we all demand to see the list that they chose off of. At that time, I thought it was hotter than the Epstein files.
Yeah,
Like, we want to see the list. I mean, hell, that's a conversation for days.
100%.
To look at the list and the people and where they're coming from and the quality. I would like to see, I would like to see who was all on the list, to be honest.
100%.
But we're never going to see the list. So
No, I don't blame you guys either. It's more can of worms that you don't want to open.
But I do think it's pretty cool for some of these guys. I've talked to a few of these guys since getting in, and the guys that have all been chosen are pretty stoked. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's not because they got picked. It's because like the guys are excited to go drive in a new place,
Yeah.
a new venue.
Well, I mean, even some of these guys that are on the list, man, they weren't even around when the first Vegas hit for the singles events.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be able to go. I kind of complain to my wife a lot that I'm kind of get sick of driving against the same drivers all summer long.
Yeah.
Like going down to Manti and end up at the end with me and Robbie and Devin and like
Parker.
those guys are my buddies, man. And I like the last thing, I hit Devin and broke his engine and shit, and I feel so bad. And it's like, because I know how much work Devin puts in. Devin's way cool. Like He's helped me out a bunch.
Probably
And
one of the most humble Derby drivers you'll ever meet as
yeah,
well.
well, and Devin, like his passion for Derby, there's just not many people I know that have the passion for
No.
Derby, but because of like his life and his situation, like he only builds a little bit. I bet you Devin would, if Devin could do it, he would drive every single weekend.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why like like going over there and taking him out in the Derby. I mean, I get that it's Derby and it's competition and shit happens, but I still feel bad.
Oh
And going into Vegas now, it's like I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Like there's going to be 120 drivers there, and I'm going to know 40 of them.
Yep.
There's 60 guys I don't know and don't give a shit, and like I'm going to be able to go out and drive and hit people
And not feel bad or feel guilty or
well, and the other thing is, dude, like not trying to disrespect any show, so I won't say any names, but when you go to small town shows around here, like and you're in these really well built cars, you have the upper hand going in every time. And I know some people don't give a shit like because they're just there to win, but I feel bad.
yeah.
I genuinely feel bad when I go in with this $30,000 Derby car and I'm going against $4,000 Derby cars. Like it's that's what I'm excited because I guarantee the cars coming to Vegas,
They're gonna be
they're
top
all
notch.
their guys are gonna be putting their best effort into these cars.
Yep.
And the rules are restricted enough that it's not gonna become who's got the biggest bank account
Nope.
because you can only do so much. A lot of that's gonna come down to driving on the track, heat draws,
Yep.
all that, which is good, which brings another twist. But
Yeah.
I congratulate everyone that got a spot. The guys that didn't get a spot, I'm telling you,
Keep
like
fighting for next time, guys.
I mean, I did talk to Gumby, and he told me that like if you're down in Vegas, like they're gonna do live drawings at the
oh yeah,
Derby.
I do remember him
And
saying
if
that.
like if you're there watching the Derby, you get to put in like a raffle ticket, and if they draw your name, you're getting guaranteed a spot for next year just from being down at that Derby.
Yep. Supporting them.
Yeah, they're and so
They've got a lot of good ideas
yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, I think they still got a lot to figure out, and then they've got they've to think about this, guys. I mean, we're literally the 23rd. So right now, I don't know when you're listening to this, but right now as we're shooting this, it's the 23rd. So 1 week until New Year starts, guys. That Derby is the first week of April. They have 4 months to, and they've basically this all came out a month ago.
Yeah.
They're building this beast in 5 months. There's
Yep.
4 months to get everything figured out and get it together. But I it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of moving parts. I have talked to Gumby a little bit, and he claims that outside of the Derby, they've got a lot of cool things planned
Yep.
that's going to make it an experience for the people there that they'll never forget, that want them coming back, wanting them to bring cars. And
Yeah.
we'll have to see. This might be my only trip out, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I got the invite. I'm going to build a car. I'm going to go out. I might be the first one out or the last one running, but it might be my only time that I go drive that show, and I'm going to take advantage of it for this time because let's see how it plays out.
Oh yeah. Hopefully you get the Mad Dog heat.
I won't make the Mad Dog heat.
Bagging for the win, you little son of a bitch.
Hey, bud, how many Mad Dogs you pulled in the last 2 years?
Shut up.
I'm 8 out of 10.
Hey, I was driving Mad Dog style before Mad Dogs were a thing.
Well, I'm gonna show up and put on a bag clinic in Vegas. So.
I'm gonna bring you a sandbag.
No, we'll see. Like my mind, I still haven't decided 100% what car I've got. My mind's been going like this every day.
You want my opinion? You don't have the patience to bag with some of the best.
Know. And that's why I kind of want to go prove that I can.
That's why, like, when you watch TJ can, like, he can bag. But, like, we've watched it when Heber was down to 50,000 for first. TJ say, screw it.
Well, that's
I can't do this shit no more.
Well, his tranny was slipping, so he knew it was time to get down to business. But in a weird way, like, so I'm driving to Florida. My only goal in Florida is Mad Dog. When we go to Vegas, like, in a weird way, I want, like, in my mindset, it's like
polar opposite.
I want to show that I can drive the other side of the Derby world, the chess game version.
Yeah.
And because, like, I can go out with Mad Dog every freaking heat. Not saying I'll get it, but I can go drive as hard as I want and jump a car. But guess what? I can do that right here in Utah too. So going out there, I kind of want to play that like competitive, like chess match against the top drivers. I want to showcase my other side of my skills too. And then, when we get back to Utah here this summer, then I can go have fun again. So we'll see what happens. But
We need to get your guy that's building your car in on an episode. We need to know what you're working with for Florida.
oh, for Florida,
Yeah.
uh, he's building me a caddy.
Caddy Dad.
Well, so yeah, so I'll be in a caddy in Florida. He was gonna build me a 98 02 in the light weld. And then he had a pre-ran caddy, 74 caddy that he ran last year for the heavy weld. And when I told him I just wanted Mad Dog, I said, there's no way in hell they're gonna let me win that show. So I'm like, I'm just gonna come and crash a car. He says, oh, I can't put you in a Vic then. He says, you'll have that thing nosed up in 3 hits. And he's like, you gotta drive this caddy. Well, in my head, I was like, no, I want you to build me a car. That's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm building you a car, you build me a car. And then I slept on it for a couple of days and I thought, I probably am going to be able to hit a hell of a lot harder in the weld class than I am the light weld class. So that's probably going to be more fun. I also looked, the weld class's Mad Dog pays more. And then on top of that, he told me I couldn't junk that caddy in 15 minutes because I asked him, I said, how long's that heat going to be? He says, probably 45 minutes. I said, I won't last 15.
No.
He says, there's no way you'll junk that car in 15 minutes. And I said, challenge accepted. I've jumped caddies in 15 minutes before.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. I can't believe my wife agreed to this. So.
Another derby that's happening the same weekend is Cornhusker Chaos, and seeing some of the teams picked for that's going to be a fun one to watch too.
Parker Lazenby from Utah's headed out there on a killer team.
Old Thumper.
So you call him Thumper, I call him Ronald McDonald with those big old size 14s.
Oh, there's a reason we call him Thumper. Right, Parker? No, 2026 is shaping up to be a hell of a year.
Well, Vegas is going to kick it off with a big old freaking boom. And
Vegas
then
kicks it off, and then the very next weekend is Red Rock Rampage.
it's the very next weekend?
Pretty sure it's the very next weekend.
I thought there was a weekend in between.
There might be a weekend in between.
I'm pretty sure there's a weekend.
Somebody's told me there's a week, and then
You should probably look at the date. It's not hard.
all right, whatever, asshole.
So, but there should be a week in between.
Give
And
me time to
then-
finish my car.
Main menu, they'll be getting their info out on that one, and then I'm pretty excited to see what Eric does over at UTC.
Well, I mean, even Main Mania too. We don't know if the format's going to be
Well,
what it's been the last.
Well,
couple
we
years.
already know it's going to be different because the last 2 years they've been running Old Iron Wire, which that rule package is gone now.
Yep, and now their new
They're-
rule package is Vegas's rule package.
The new rule package
Minus a
is the
couple
Vegas rule package for the year. That's what Stern is running, which I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see
Very interesting.
because some of them cars aren't going to be hard enough to go weekend after weekend, and it might affect their shows down the trying
Towards the
the
end.
Weber County
Yeah.
fairs, the Utah State Fair. I'll be curious to see how that all plays out.
Yeah.
But
We have faith in you.
with UTC going to 2 days, that's going to bring some excitement.
Eric, you gotta hurry, man. I'm dying with anticipation.
There's actually a couple other shows in Utah that might be getting facelifts or change-ups as well. And
Color me intrigued.
so we'll kind of see how that plays out. But
Think about
I
this.
basically just take Utah in a jar, shake it up
Yep.
this year, and that's what you're gonna
That's what I'm
get.
saying. It's shaping up to be a hell of a year.
Ryan and I have not had time to sit down and 100% go through our show, but we've had many phone conversations. And I keep telling Ryan, I'm like, dude, Utah's getting this huge facelift this year. Like, I don't want to do anything crazy.
No.
I'm like I just want to kind of stay what we know is working, and let's see how the year plays out, and we'll figure out something new. I mean, we've got a couple ideas that we're kicking around, but in all reality, I'm just like let's stay status quo a little bit
Yeah.
because there's a lot going to be happening in Utah.
Yep.
Some of it I think could potentially be really exciting for a lot of people in different areas of the state.
Give us some content, promoters. Give us some content.
So, anyways, I'm looking forward to kicking this kind of back off again. Like me and Nate's been talking a lot over the last couple of weeks, ever since kind of the Vegas kind of came out, and I've been trying, guys, I need some help too, trying to figure out what car to run for Vegas. I have been back and forth between GM and Caddy like crazy.
Hit us in
Um,
the comments with what you think he should run.
like I love my caddies, but for a sandy track, and if I'm wanting to play a little bit more of a chess match, I just don't see that. I'm looking at going to GM, but I just don't have a ton of experience with GM. I've got great cars.
Yeah.
I just don't have a lot of experience building or driving them. So I'm kind of all over the place. But I've talked to a lot of other drivers too that can't decide.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Tyson Shelley's called me last week looking
I've
for
heard he's
cars.
running a Suzuki, a Caddy, a Buick.
He
Like,
can't make up his
no,
mind.
I don't blame you, Tyson. It's a hard decision.
He can't figure it out. And Jesse McGuire owns about 75 Crown Vics, and the rules just ain't set up for Vics. And he actually did score him an old iron GM the other day. And he was asking me how I thought, and I said, dude, like maybe your model might not be the best,
Yeah,
but that particular like year and like frame, like front frame rail stuff like that,
gonna do just fine.
it's about the best you're gonna get for that rule set.
Yeah,
So I think I think you're gonna see 80% GMs at this show.
yeah. It's gonna break my heart. There's not gonna be a lot of Mopars.
Well,
I do
unless
know.
it changes, old Nick Glass told me he's taking a shocker
I
and
know
he's
at least
sending it to
three
the
people taking Mopars, and all three of them will be sent to the moon.
Yeah. Well,
So
Nick told me that he says he doesn't even need to take tools.
no, no,
He says the only reason why he needs tools is if he gets to advance to the Mad Dog heat. He needs to figure out how to get the car back on the track for that
Nick,
heat.
you're best served either just getting to the Mad Dog heat or just being in the jackpot heat.
Yeah. I
Take that money
we'll
home.
see, but it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of good things happening. Like, let's be grateful. You can bash on Stern Dirt all you want. I do it all the time. But at the end of the day, guys, this is not an easy task that they're
No.
doing. It really is a lot of work to put on a show. Like, yeah, they've been there, but they haven't been there for 5 years.
No, and
And
they've worked their ass off to get back there.
and I've been talking to Gumby about Vegas for a year and a half now.
Well,
The amount of things that's changed from their last show to now with the unions,
yeah,
the hotel, the rules, the regulations post COVID, they're fighting a whole new animal.
Yep.
And I know that it feels like, I mean, me and Nate, we both said they jumped the gun on making the announcement. We're like,
Yeah.
they announced it and don't even have their ducks in a row. But they wanted to get the ball rolling, and
they were excited, and I
So-
don't blame them because that has been like a hot topic since they stopped doing it. Is when is Vegas coming back? Hell, we asked Johnny that on the podcast.
Well, if I had to bet, I'll bet you since they announced it to the public, I bet Johnny and Gumby have talked every single day.
Dude, I went to their Christmas party because I helped them do the photography and shit. I bet you between Will, Dell, Johnny, and Gumby, I bet you they received 15 phone calls in 2 hours, just Derby related questions. And at that point, the singles list hadn't even dropped.
Yeah. But I really do think that these guys are putting in effort. You might not agree with the way I'll be the first one to tell you I hate the rule package.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. So
It don't affect me in any way, shape, or form, so
But
I'm for it.
I'm just telling you that there's a lot of people that don't like how they pick teams. They don't like the rule package. They don't like the location. They don't like the price. There's a lot we could sit here and bitch about, but there's also they're giving another big derby platform. They're giving drivers we just talked
Yeah.
about this that don't normally get to drive on the big stage the opportunity, and they're going outside their comfort zone. I mean, guys,
Instead of bashing them on
expensive.
the internet, give them a round of applause or clap for them, round of applause, because the shit they've had to go through just to get there. You may not agree with the way they pick the drivers. I mean, that's your opinion. You're entitled to that, but they really have tried.
I mean, if I didn't get chose, I'd probably be a little salty too. So I get it. I 100% get it. Like,
He was salty when he didn't get a team. Don't let him mess with you. I'm just
that's all I want to do is damn team show, bud. Can't
He
drop
doesn't-
a heaver,
he
been
can't-
huffing a Gold Rush. I can't get anyone to commit to go to Gold Rush. I just want to drive a team show. So yeah, I was salty, but not because of the people who got in,
No.
because I didn't get a spot. So
No,
yes, Iowa's salty.
but
But I'm just saying there's a lot of good things happening, but there's some promoters out there we don't agree with. There's,
yeah,
everyone's seeing what's happening in the nation with Bristol right now with demo.
I
Uh,
wasn't gonna bring that up that they haven't been paid,
yeah, I mean, you got guys that win $100,000 person haven't been paid in 3 months,
and
and
I'm hearing things that some teams have been paid and some teams haven't been paid.
yeah, it depends on who you are and whatever, and that just sucks for this sport.
Oh, 100%.
I can guarantee every single person will get paid from Stern Dirt.
I can promise you this too. I wouldn't want to be the guy that ran Bristol and get found in a dark alley.
Well, he lives in the neck of the neighborhood where they still part of the old mobs.
Oh shit, yeah, I might end up in a
You ever
pool.
seen Gone in 60 Seconds when they try to throw him in the car and crush it?
Yeah.
That's
You
what's
never
gonna
know.
happen to that
You
guy.
never know. That's a lot of money to mess with, man. That's in some people's
Well,
lives, that's life-changing kind of money.
yeah. I just all I'm kind of trying to get at is like let's support the guys that are actually putting in effort and taking care. Because I promise
I,
you, Stern Dirt will pay.
there's not a check that's gonna bounce from Stern Dirt. I
No,
promise you that.
Johnny knows how to do math. That is what Johnny's good at.
He is 100% one of the best business owners you can talk to.
He might make more money than what he probably deserves off the but guess what? He's gonna make damn sure that they're at least not going negative.
Yep,
And
100%.
I don't think there's anybody that's gonna fault those guys for making money as long as everyone's getting paid what they're promised.
Absolutely not. I mean, how can you fault somebody when the way they bust their ass to get it there?
I mean, it's just like a restaurant. If you want to go eat a steak, some places are $20 steaks, other places
Yep,
are $50 steak. It's the same
yep,
concept.
100%.
I just I just want people to support these guys in this show. And then, like I said, there's some other cool things happening, and
Yep,
I'm excited for these guys to start dropping some info. It's gonna make good conversation, guys.
it
So,
really is.
anyways, we're out of here. We'll catch you guys after the new year.
What did you ask Santa for, bud?
A Buick.
A Buick? All right. I asked him for Derby parts, but I don't think I'll get them.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
We will catch you guys the first of the year. We'll be ready to rock and roll, and we definitely would love to start getting at least somebody on every week and start doing some small chat too, besides listening to me, Nate, ramble
I'll
on.
get Big
So,
Will on because Big Will's busting my balls every time I've seen him not. You never get me on your podcast. So, Will, you're on my radar.
all right, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.
Happy
Thanks,
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you
thanks
celebrate.
for stepping in and listening to us, and enjoy your holidays.